Sorry. Okay, so yeah, where was I? Okay, so I'm saying that when you are pronouncing vowel, air flows out freely, but when you are pronouncing consonant, there is some restrictions in some places. Okay, like if you want to say "b," notice that your two lips are trying to block out the air, and you have to force yourself out. Okay, now let's go to the next slide because I don't have much. I'm using a free version of an app, and I don't want it to cut us out. Okay, so the next one here is k. Okay, that is for letter K. And then L sounds L, L, L. Now, if you notice for L, there are two versions. Okay, L. Your lips, your tongue is touching the alveolar, that is the ridge behind your incisor, right? But when you want to say cool, cool, find out that your tongue is actually bunched up, like it's trying to get itself down your throat, but it's still the same sound. So if your students ask you why, in case they discover that there is a difference between L and cool, okay, the L there, just let them know that it's because of the environment they appear. When they start words or they're in the middle of words, they are, or when there is a vowel sound following them, they tend to come to the front, the tongue, and when it is ending a word and there is nothing coming after it, or there is no vowel sound coming after it, the tongue bunches up. Anyway, I don't know why, but that is how it happens. Okay, number 10 is as a mat. 11 is as in not. P. That is for 12. Then 13 for letter Q. Actually, in English, letter Q is accompanied by U. It's hard to see I don't think there's any word letter Q that is not accompanied by U. Okay, you let your students know that. So letter Q and U sounds quick. I didn't bring it here because I don't want to cause confusion. Okay, then 14 sounds R as in rat. 15 sounds. Then 16, that is letter T sounds T. Number 17, letter V sounds V. Letter W sounds W, 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 W. And now this letter W, this W, most of the times it takes the sound, the vowel sound that is accompanying it. You can see W, W, okay? You can see W instead of W. You can see W. You can see W, okay? So it depends on the sound coming after it, but note that it sounds W. Okay, then 19 sounds X, X. Now there is no English word that starts with X. Yes, there are English words that starts with letter X, but most of the time they don't sound X. Now look at the word in brackets. I said not xylem. That word is not xylem, it's xylem. That is Z. Okay, but most of the times when you see letter Z in words like extra, extreme, hexagon, they take the X sound, okay? And then in the first word, the X-ray, X, there is an X-ray that starts it, okay? So it's not X-ray, it's E. So letter sound E starts it. Now number 20, letter Y sounds Y, not Y or something. Z, E, as in yam, yell. And please, it's not the same thing as in the when you see letter Y usually ending a word, it doesn't take that sound Y anymore. You can see it in apply where it takes the sound I, and simply where it takes the sound A. Okay, so 21, Z sounds Z. Anywhere you see Z is Z. Okay. Um all right, so please, we have to take note of this, that English is an inconsistent language, like I keep saying, meaning that representation of sound with letters are not static. It can change. Okay, the word that sounds p can sound f in another word, but all these things we are going to come to it with time. So always remember that learning is systematic. You don't have to be in a hurry. Just take things easy, but make sure that the students have whatever they are supposed to have at that particular point in time. Okay, so in our next class, we are going to look at blending, okay, sound blending, so that we see how you can combine these sounds. You can teach students how to combine sounds, okay. It's a gradual thing. This can take so many time, but we are going to do it bit by bit until we come to the end of it.